This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, Brewer police have arrested a man for drug furnishing in a drug-free zone. Two officers spotted 37-year-old Abraham Frederick, who had two active warrants for his arrest. The officers approached Frederick on Rinfret Street and told him to stop. Police say that's when Frederick began reaching inside his pants and allegedly throwing packaged drugs onto the roof of an apartment building as the officers approached him. They say he was taken into custody after a brief struggle. The officers used a ladder to retrieve the drugs that did in fact test positive for fentanyl. The incident occurred directly across from a playground on a Brewer Housing Authority property. It was approximately 90 feet from a sign that posted the area as a drug-free zone, which calls for enhanced penalties for drug trafficking. Frederick is charged with aggravated furnishing drugs, refusing to submit to arrest, and falsifying physical evidence. He was also booked on the two outstanding warrants. Well, the trial for a 19-year-old Waterville man accused of alleged ISIS-inspired plans to conduct a violent attack in Chicago has been postponed. Xavier Pelkey was indicted on charges of conspiracy to provide material support to terrorists and possession of unregistered destructive devices. The trial was originally scheduled to begin today with jury selection, but was postponed after the government provided additional discovery pertaining to the conspiracy charge. Both the defense and prosecution agreed to a postponement until February 7th to allow time to work with that new evidence. Well, last night, a player for the Buffalo Bills NFL team collapsed on the field during play and had to be taken away by ambulance from the field to a hospital. It's a scene many of us were horrified to watch as it unfolded. And our Tyler Cruz is in studio with us and has the latest on that incident. Tyler.
Hey, Beth, yeah, like you said, just horrifying to watch whether you're a sports fan or not. I'm sure by now everybody has seen the scenes. If not, Damar Hamlin made a tackle on T. Higgins on Monday night and then just collapsed. Moments later, surprisingly, the NFL has said he suffered a cardiac arrest and needed life-saving procedures on the field. That included CPR and administering of an AED. And at that moment, really, football became secondary and humanity came into the forefront. Fox's Stephen Goen has the latest.
Damar Hamlin still in critical condition. The Buffalo Bills safety was hospitalized on Monday night after collapsing on the field here in Cincinnati. It was later revealed he suffered a cardiac arrest, which some doctors say could have been caused by a tackle he made moments before passing out.
We see this a lot with what we call blunt force trauma to the chest. We see it in baseball as well when a pitcher, for example, is struck right in the chest with a fast shooting ball. They collapse within seconds.
The stadium came to a standstill after Hamlin collapsed early in the first quarter. CPR performed within just a few minutes, likely saving his life. The Hamlin family says he's fighting, writing in part, quote, "We want to express our sincere gratitude for the love and support shown to Damar during this challenging time."
There's an effort to preserve his neurologic function. Oftentimes these patients are actively cooled. That means that they're put into a coma and the core temperature is dropped.
NFL executives decided to postpone the game after consulting with both teams, saying, quote, "It was obvious on the phone with them that the emotions were extremely high. It was a very volatile situation." Anxious NFL fans now watching, waiting, and praying for good news.
There's not much you can do. You just sit there, hope, and pray that it gets better.
And some of Hamlin's fans are showing their support through donations, raising more than $3.6 million for his holiday toy drive since Monday. In Cincinnati, Stephen Goen, Fox News.
Emotion certainly high in Cincinnati, Buffalo, all over the country after that. The injury generated a widespread reaction from the league, everyone in and out of the sports world. We will have more on that later in sports, but whatever your team's record is right now, you're just hoping that Damar is going to be all right. Beth, back to you.
Indeed, all of us sending prayers his way for sure. Well, we've had some challenging weather lately, and many areas are still dealing with flooding concerns. Take a look at this picture from Fort Fairfield Police Department's Facebook page. According to Chief Matthew Cummings, North Caribou Road there remains closed because of floodwaters across the road. He asks that people obey the signs and not try to cross through the waters. Cummings said that the water is starting to recede a bit, but the road is still not passable. Well, several waterfront businesses are challenging their town's limit on the number of cruise ship passengers allowed to disembark. In November, Bar Harbor voters approved a limit of 1,000 incoming passengers per day to the popular tourist destination. The federal lawsuit filed last week contends the limit is, quote, draconian and arbitrary and violates the Constitution and maritime law. Town officials expected a lawsuit over the ordinance, which was adopted by voters who say they are fed up with congestion. Well, after world-famous singer Celine Dion came out in December announcing she developed something called stiff person syndrome, a Steuben woman is sharing her story of what it's like living with this rare neurological condition. Our Matthew Jurancic has the story.
It's like there was a nail down through my foot, and I was literally, and someone had put a nail through my foot, and I was stuck.
Over a short period of time, Steuben resident Denise Huntington went from enjoying nature with her husband to being transferred to a hospital and not being able to move.
I went into the bedroom to take off my top and change, and all of a sudden I went over by the bed, and he had gone out of the room, and I said, Herb, my husband's name, I can't move.
According to the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke, affiliated with the National Institute of Health, stiff person syndrome is a rare neurological disorder that creates stiffness throughout the body, greater sensitivity to noise and emotion, and often leading to muscle spasms. The disorder is so rare that 1 in 1 million people are diagnosed with the disorder. A person diagnosed with stiff person syndrome affects how an individual walks on a day-to-day basis, but that's not the only thing it affects.
It's like all of a sudden I don't know what's happened and my whole body will go into spasms, and my neck will start going like this and that, and I'll start getting a severe headache. The minute that I wake up, what's really hard for me is like, how am I going to get through another day of doing nothing but spinning and in pain and nowhere to turn.
The road has been a little rocky since her diagnosis, simply because some doctors just don't know much about this disorder.
Don't let anyone tell you what your gut instinct is telling you and your body's telling you. You hold on to that and you fight for yourself.
Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Alrighty, folks, well, let's hit pause here, take a look outside, and see what's coming our way weather-wise with a first check of our forecast.
Thank you. Happy Tuesday. Look what we did today. The average high temperature being 29. We did 41 here in Bangor, 39 for Millinocket. So temperature-wise, comfortable. There were a couple rain showers around, and there's more where that came from. As the radar is beginning to fill in once again, as low pressure is approaching, it's going to be a wet night tonight. Scattered showers throughout the day tomorrow, followed by a surge of moisture on Thursday that could give us a pretty good snowfall on Thursday afternoon. So rainfall-wise first, though, into Thursday morning, into Friday, you can see here probably a half-inch of rainfall. But again, on Thursday, we'll get some snow out of this, and we could be shoveling that snow on Thursday afternoon. Our forecast, though, tonight, though, is cloudy skies, some light rain showers out there, all rain, temperatures well above freezing, with lows in the mid-30s.
All righty, Jeff, thanks so much. And coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, the South China community is rallying behind one of their own, who is recovering from injuries following an accident, and how the Bangor Public Library plans on using American Rescue Plan Act funding to make some improvements. We'll have those stories and much more as ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
Do you have leaky pipes? Are you planning a plumbing job? Is your heating system working right? Are you designing a plumbing project? Then contact Harley's Plumbing and Heating Plus.
If your toilet will not flush, Harley will be there in a rush. Furnace bit the dust today. Harley crew is on the way. Harley Plumbing, Harley Heating. 990-2200.
Call now.
Harley!
Call or visit online.
Did you know if you turn to cold with Tide, you can save up to $150 a year on your energy bill? How? The lower the temp, the lower your bill.
Tide cleans great and cold and saves money? I am so in.
Save $150 when you turn to cold with Tide.
The countdown to savings is happening now at Ashley. Hurry into your local Ashley store or visit ashley.com to ring in the new year with new styles for every room of your home. Plus, get 5 years special financing. No minimum purchase required. Only at Ashley.
Who's on it with Jardiance?
3, jump. We're the ones getting it done.
We're managing type 2 diabetes and heart risk.
We're on it with Jardiance.
Join the growing number of people who are on it with the once daily pill, Jardiance. Jardiance not only lowers A1C, it goes beyond to reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease. And Jardiance may help you lose some weight.
Jardiance may cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
A once daily pill that goes beyond lowering A1C?
We're on it.
We're on it.
We're on it with Jardiance.
Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
Find meaningful work in direct care, like Justin, who works with people who are brain injured in a residential care facility.
Make sure you're compatible, because if you're going to be a DSP, you want to do it because you want to and enjoy it, not for a job. The right personality and character traits, in my opinion, to be a DSP is kind, caring, outgoing, and understanding.
Visit caringforme.org to learn more and make an impact through a compassionate career.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. The South China community has rallied together after learning that a community member is recovering from serious injuries following an accident. Remy Pettengill was transported to Maine Medical Center Friday evening after he and 3 other young people were involved in a crash. Remy's family updated community members on his condition today, saying Remy is heavily sedated in an effort to allow his body to rest from a surgery. South China community members are sending well wishes to the Pettengill family.
For us to come together and make it very clear, we're not coming together for mourning or grief. We're coming together in hope. And we're coming together with optimism to put as much of our prayers and positive energies towards Remy's recovery.
Well, 3 other young people involved in the crash are now back in school. China Middle School and Erskine Academy are working together as gift card drop-off locations to support the Pettengill family while Remy remains in the hospital. Now, to learn about more ways to support the family, you can visit foxbangor.com. Well, concerned parents and citizens are calling for an update to the Herman School System's policy on which books are and are not allowed in its library. We met with 2 parents to discuss what policies they would like to see put in place.
A group of parents in the town of Herman have taken issue with many of the titles in the Herman middle and high school libraries. After a brief overview of the content of the books, the group has now accumulated a list of 83 titles that contain what they call explicit sexual and erotic content.
Unfortunately, it's exposing kids to things that a 13-year-old and a 14-year-old really isn't meant to be reading or watching or listening to.
Danielle Haggerty no longer has any children who attend any of the Herman schools, but she is still in full support of the school's policy being changed. Haggerty says that there needs to be new policies put in place that restrict the sexual content children are exposed to.
That's what we're trying to do, is look at this content just like we would look at TV, would look at the radio, and look at it to see, does this enhance the life of our children? And so far we're finding there are a fair number of books that it does not.
Regina Leonard, a local parent, says that she and other community members think it would be best to remove books from the high school library containing sexual content that would not be suitable for 13 and 14-year-olds at the oldest. However, Leonard says that they don't want to necessarily ban any of the books that are deemed inappropriate under the new policy.
The rating system is based on sexual content within the books. It's not that we're looking at banning any books or a specific genre of books or gender or sexuality. It just is based on sexual content.
We reached out to Micah Grant, the superintendent of schools, and he said he isn't aware of any challenged materials in the schools and that they have not received any challenges to books this year. For ABC 7 and Fox 22, Devin Dagnall.
In other news tonight, the Bangor Public Library has been approved to receive $341,000 in American Rescue Plan Act funding. The library plans to make some improvements in an effort to keep staff safe while helping individuals experiencing a crisis. A.J. Douglas has that story.
We're a zero barrier space. Anybody can walk through the door, and we never say, like, okay, well, what are you in the library for today?
The director of the Bangor Public Library says the library should be a safe space for everyone. But in recent years, patrons' repeated outbursts and occasional criminal activity must be addressed.
We've had people who have used illegal drugs in the bathrooms, including overdosing in the bathroom.
You know, the library has been a de facto warming shelter for a number of the homeless, and in order to react to that, the library really needs to get the manpower in there to help.
Penobscot County worked in collaboration with the city of Bangor to approve grant funds in a way that would address those issues, which includes hiring trained professionals for certain situations.
The goal is to really have that social worker be able to support people who are in crisis by referring them to some of the many services that are in the area.
The library will hire an additional staff member plus a trained social worker, as well as install additional security cameras to extend reporting and monitoring services. The future social worker employee would hold a 2-year contract.
People love the library. People come to the library for different services. And I think long term, everybody's goal is for the number of people who are homeless in Bangor to be reduced.
The library should receive its ARPA funds by the end of the month, and staff plans to advertise for the social worker position in the coming weeks. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, the month of January is Firefighter Cancer Awareness Month, how local responders are working to protect their own from that disease. And in sports, Maine hockey got welcome back to the ice this past weekend at Colgate, and the road trip was less than ideal for the Black Bears. We'll have that story right after the break.
Gun Sports and Brewer knows that for fun, exercise, and meeting new friends, nothing is better than ice skating. Whether it's sailing down the ice, making a great pass, and scoring in a game of hockey, or the grace, strength, and expression of figure skating. From the youngest child all the way to adulthood, anyone can enjoy the fun of skating. At Gun Sports, we supply the equipment for your skating fun for great prices, the proper fit, and service after the sale. Shop your locally owned Gun Sports Shop, Greenpoint Road in Brewer.
At Living Innovations, we build community. You can be a part of it. We put supporting people first, and that builds a caring community within our workforce and for the people we serve. Living Innovations supports people with disabilities and has flexible work opportunities available. You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit livinginnovations.com and check out our employment and home provider opportunities. Become a part of Living Innovations and be part of a community with a purpose.
Napa knows great holiday savings. And with 29 locations in Maine, Coastal Auto Parts has the perfect gift for everyone this year. Lightweight, durable, and designed for comfort, Milwaukee's heat-on-demand jackets and hoodies are the perfect cold weather gear. And stay warm even longer with a free battery when you purchase any M12 heated gear. Find the perfect gift this holiday season for you or anyone on your list. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
After getting into a car accident, my husband and I were unsure of how to deal with the other insurance company.
We made the decision to reach out to the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
One phone call got the ball rolling.
It was a free evaluation, but it was a big relief.
They were easy to work with, and it was clear right away that they cared about our situation.
Knowing that we had Joe's team working for us
and fighting for us
meant that I could focus on healing.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
It's time to start planning that new home or garage you've been thinking about. Hammond Lumber Company is here to help, offering complete building packages with everything you need. With several options on their website and thousands of unique plans in their in-house drawing catalog, Hammond will help you make your dreams a reality. Choose your materials from Hammond's extensive showroom displays, and Hammond will deliver your order from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Start planning your new home or garage at Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Put a little more cash in your bank
Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start with some baseball. They didn't get the big deal done, but the Red Sox and Rafael Devers did agree on a one-year deal to avoid arbitration. The Sox and their all-star homegrown third baseman have agreed to a $17.5 million contract for the 2023 season to avoid an arbitration hearing. If they don't extend him further, he will still be a free agent after the season. Now, 26 years old, he has been one of the best hitters in the MLB, especially last season. I think after trading Mookie Betts and letting Xander Bogaerts walk, you really have to extend Devers. The fact that they came to an agreement here to avoid court shows that the two sides are indeed in talks and making progress. Let's hit the ice now. Maine men's hockey was back out this weekend, kicking off the second half of their season. And after ending the first half with 4 straight wins, it was pretty much a less than ideal start to the final stretch of the year. Ryan Sudol has more.
The last time we talked to Maine men's hockey, the team was apprehensive about their 2-week-long break.
You know, it would have been nice not to have the break at the time we did, to be honest.
That's because the Black Bears were on a 4-game win streak, and that momentum came to a halt. It showed this weekend as they went winless in 2 games against Colgate.
That probably wasn't the smartest thing for scheduling wise for me. That's on me.
Some of us needed a break a little bit, rest the body, but rest isn't rest if you're not resting as far as stretching and active resting. And some guys might have just stay on the couch and not do much.
Regardless of how players may have spent their breaks, it yielded a 5-2 loss in Friday's game against Colgate. Coach Ben Barr gave his team an F.
We have to have a real high intensity level. We got what we deserved. Colgate played much harder than us on Friday night, and we weren't good enough in any aspect.
Saturday's game ended in a shootout loss. Despite that, Barr considerably upped his grade, but not without critiques.
More of a B minus, actually. Our execution was still not very good. At least our effort was better, and we gave ourselves a chance to win. When our effort's good, we're in every game.
Their need for that effort is getting vital. After this weekend's series against Anchorage, it's all conference games from there. As for how they can improve, the Black Bears are honing in on battling with the puck.
If we're not ready to win our one-on-one battles in the corners and on the walls and that kind of stuff, we're an average team. So that's what we have to get back to in order to be successful.
And the Black Bears will look to flex their muscles in this weekend's series, their first home games in over a month.
I'm excited. Just having that Alphon atmosphere, it's going to be totally different. I think we're going to have everyone on our side here.
The fans that come to every game, we really appreciate those guys. So I'm just excited to play in front of these guys and hopefully give them a show that they'll like.
Reporting for ABC 7 Fox 22, I'm Ryan Sudol.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Moving on now, some scary scenes from Monday Night Football with Bills safety Damar Hamlin collapsing due to what the league has now said was a cardiac arrest. Hamlin is still in critical condition, but ever since the injury happened, there has been ample support from in and out of the football community. A GoFundMe for the annual toy drive Hamlin puts together has now reached nearly $5 million in donations. All 32 NFL teams have adopted a picture of Hamlin's jersey with "Pray for Damar" written on the nameplate as their social media profile pictures, and several Patriots players voicing their support on social media. And as I said earlier, football became secondary on that moment on the field on Monday, and the life of a young 24-year-old man is now in the forefront of everyone's minds. That's all the time we have for sports. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast. Jeff?
All right, Tyler, thank you. Your full weather is brought to you by Thornton Brothers in Lincoln. Buy a new or used Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram vehicle from us today. You make the drive, we'll make the deal, and it's going to get a bit messy around here as the whole kitchen sink is coming our way with a combination of rain, some freezing rain, eventually becoming all snow getting in here on Thursday. We could be shoveling that snow on Thursday afternoon. Today, though, no snow for you. 41 here in Bangor, 39 Millinocket. We'll take it. Again, the average high being 28, 29. All of us were well above that today. And tomorrow, followed by a sharp decrease in temperatures getting in here on Thursday. The winds are out of the south today, around 5 miles per hour, not a big deal. That could give us some more dense fog again tonight. We had it last night, visibly down to 10 miles currently in Bangor and Bar Harbor, but that'll likely come down a bit tonight into early parts of tomorrow morning. Okay, so a very active radar. There's precipitation in the clouds right now. The radar sees it, but it's not reaching the ground. That will begin to change, though, tonight as the atmosphere kind of saturates from the parts south, and we're going to get that rain in here tonight as warmer temperatures move our direction and a blob of moisture coming our way as well, and that will give us those scattered rain showers tonight, off and on throughout the day tomorrow. Another surge of moisture gets in here on Thursday, and that one is going to be colder, and that could likely give us some snow on Thursday afternoon. Until then, though, this is the snowmaker moving our way for Thursday. It is still a day or two away. Let's walk you through it. So lots of clouds out there tonight and a couple rain showers in there. Not a big deal. Here's 11 o'clock. By tomorrow morning, more moisture comes through. Snow pretty far to the north, though. So no snow for the Bangor area. Millinocket could see a dusting of snow overnight tonight. And then that's going to move through tomorrow. We could see a couple areas of sprinkles throughout the day tomorrow before the next surge of moisture gets in here late tomorrow night, more so early parts of Thursday morning. And this is where the snow could come in here. And again, we could be shoveling some snow on Thursday morning into Thursday afternoon before the whole thing kind of gets out of here by Friday. All in all, a long duration precipitation event is on the way with the whole kitchen sink of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. And that snow could be locally heavy on Thursday. If it stays all rain, we're talking about probably a ½ inch to an inch of rainfall on the way, but it's not. In fact, here is the latest snowfall projection map. Now again, not for tonight, not for Wednesday, but for Thursday, there could be several inches of snow across the area, especially north and west of the Bangor area on Thursday afternoon. So our forecast ends tonight, though, with scattered rain showers out there, all rain, low temperatures actually rising a bit into the mid-30s or so. For tomorrow, all right, so mostly cloudy skies, a couple of sprinkles around. Highs back in the 40s tomorrow, but that's the last day we're going to do that for a while, with a north breeze around 5 to 10. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows that chance for rain tomorrow, pretty good one. Changing to snow on Thursday, pretty good chance there too. Look at Thursday's high temperature at 26, and then we hang out in the 30s into the weekend.
For all you ski aficionados, a little snow is on the way. That's got to be good news. Alrighty, well, there's still more to come right after the break.
When it comes to winter footwear, warmth, waterproof, and safety matter most. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes and More in Newport and discover the latest in winter boot technology. We've got boots rated from -60 to 0 degrees Fahrenheit to keep your feet warm in any weather. Check out the new materials guaranteed to keep your feet dry. Relieve the anxiety of slipping and falling this winter with the new Navitech with grippers built right into the sole. Just flip it and clip it and you're ready to go. Be prepared this winter. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes and More in Newport.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
Now what? You say it when things go wrong. At Prudential, we think you should say it when things go right, too. Like when you score your dream job, sell your business, or discover she's smart, really smart. Now what? Here's what. You connect with Prudential's rock-solid team serving over 50 million people with investment, insurance, and retirement know-how. Who's your rock? Visit Prudential.com or speak to an advisor today.
Want your clothes to smell freshly washed all day without heavy perfumes? Try Downy Light In-Wash Freshness Boosters. It has long-lasting light scent, no heavy perfumes, and no dyes. Finally, a light scent that lasts all day. Downy Light.
Did you know that an alpaca item is the most wish-listed gift idea? Stop searching for that perfect gift and start shopping for it at the Blue Alpaca in Belfast. It doesn't matter who's on your gift list, the Blue Alpaca has something for everyone with an incredible selection of alpaca socks, hats, sweaters, even stuffed animals, and more. Shop in-store or online and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. Too much to choose from? Don't worry, the Blue Alpaca also offers gift cards. The Blue Alpaca, feel the difference.
With so much at stake, more Americans turn here than any other newscast. ABC News World News Tonight with David Muir, America's #1 newscast and the #1 program on television.
January is Firefighter Cancer Awareness Month, and according to the Firefighter Cancer Network, cancer is the leading cause of death among first responders since they are exposed to structure fires, wildfires, vehicle fires, and other toxins thanks to their job. Locally, Deputy Fire Chief Eric Turtelot of the Brewer Fire Department says that they are taking steps to limit the exposure to cancer-causing agents for the 19 firefighters on their staff.
We provide a second set of turnout gear so they're still in service to go on that next call while their gear is being cleaned. Here in the station, like that yellow hose here, we capture the exhaust from the apparatus so we're not exposing our folks to the diesel exhaust from the trucks.
Turtelot says cancer screenings are available to firefighters in their department. Certainly very important to raise awareness of the dangers that first responders face, that is for sure. Alrighty, folks, well, that is going to do it for us from everyone here at ABC 7 News. Take care. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you right back here at 11. Good night, everybody.